Part 6, The Rat Trap. We have seen in the previous video that how, with a convincing manner, by the great persuasion of Edler, the peddler finally agrees to accompany to their house, and now we'll see what happens next. So we have seen that the tramp manners will fall away from him with the tramp clothes. The Ironmaster said that once he will discard his old clothes, his rags, he will also discard his manners, ugly manners. Just as he said this, the door opened and the stranger entered. Yes, now he was truly clean and well dressed. The valet had bathed him, cut his hair, and shaved him. Moreover, he was dressed in a good looking suit of clothes which belonged to the ironmaster. He wore a white shirt and a starched collar and whole shoes. But although his guest was now so well groomed, so well neat, the ironmaster did not seem pleased, but ironmaster was not happy. He looked at him with puckered brow. Puckered brow means with wrinkled brow, means he was angry as soon as he looked at him. And it was easy to understand that when he had seen the strange fellow in the uncertain reflection from the furnace, he might have made a mistake, but that now, when he stood there in the broad daylight, it was impossible to mistake him for an old acquaintance. And he easily understood that when he saw him in that uncertain reflection, when he saw him in the darkness, he had made a mistake. He thought of him someone else, but that now when he stood there in the broad daylight, and now when he was standing in the daylight, it was impossible to mistake him for an old acquaintance. Now he realized that he was not at all his old comrade. What does this mean? He thundered mean at once, the ironmaster said very loudly. What does this mean? The stranger made no attempt to dissimulate means to pretend, to hide his real feelings. He saw at once that the splendor had come to an end, and at once he understood that the nice time he thought of has now come to an end. It is not my fault, sir, he said. I have never pretended to be anything but a poor trader, and I pleaded and begged to be allowed to stay in the forge. He at once said that he never pretended, he never showed to him anything except a poor trader. And he said that he also pleaded, he also requested him and begged to be stayed in the forge. But no harm has been done. At worst, I can put on my rags again and go away. And he said that no problem, he can put on his rags and he can leave. Well, said the ironmaster, hesitating a little, it was not quite honest either. You must admit that, and I should not be surprised if the sheriff would like to have something to say in the matter. At once, ironmaster said that you must admit that. He said, "Okay, it's good. You have admitted." And he says that he would like to call the sheriff. Sheriff means police. To if he would like to say something. The tramp took a step forward and struck the table with his fist. And एकदम से वो strike करता है table पे अपने fist से hand से. Now I am going to tell you, Mr. Ironmaster, how things are, he said. This whole world is nothing but a big rat trap. And then he tells the Ironmaster that this whole world is nothing but a big rat trap. All the good things that are offered to you are nothing but cheese grains and bits of foam. And he also tells him कि जितनी भी अच्छी चीज़ें हैं, whatever he has got, these are all cheese grains, these are the coverings, these are all the parts of the covering of the cheese, and they are the bits, pieces of pork set out to drag a poor fellow, to pull a poor man into trouble. He said whatever he offered him, they were all a bait, they were all trapped to catch him and push him into further trouble. And if the sheriff comes now and locks me up for this, then you, Mr. Ironmaster, must remember that a day may come when you yourself may want to get a big piece of pork, and then you will get caught in the trap. And then he says, then very honestly he says that a day will come when he himself, the Ironmaster, will be caught up in a bigger trap than this one. वो भी किसी trap में, किसी जाल में, snare में फंस जाएगा. The Ironmaster began to laugh. That was not so badly said, my good fellow. And he says that, okay, it's good. He has said right. Perhaps we should let the sheriff alone on Christmas Eve, but now get out of here as fast as you can. And then he tells him, okay, he won't call the police. And then he says that he can go. But just as the man was opening the door, the daughter said, I think he ought to stay with us today. I don't want him to go. And with that, she went and closed the door. And at once the daughter intervened. She said that she doesn't want him to go. What in the world are you doing? Said the father. The daughter stood there quite embarrassed and hardly knew what to answer. She was very embarrassed, ashamed, and she did not say what to say. I did not know what to say. That morning she had felt so happy when she thought how homelike and Christmassy she was going to make things for the poor hungry wretch. And in the morning she had such good ideas, such good feeling that she will make such a good Christmas of this poor hungry wretch. And she could not get away from the idea all at once. And that was why she had interceded for the vacant ward, and that she has not got away. She cannot get away this idea all at once. She cannot change, and that is why she has intervened. Interceded means intervened for this traveler, this vagabond. I'm thinking of this stranger here, said the young girl. He walks and walks the whole year long, and there is probably not a single place in the whole country where he is welcome and feel at home. And then he says that he walks and walks whole year. Very true, she says. And not a single place is there where he is welcome, where he can feel at home. Wherever he turns, he is chased away, he is thrown out. Always he is afraid of being arrested and cross examined. And cross examined who he is, from where he has come. He is always in the suspicion, always in a doubt. I should like to have him enjoy a day of peace with us here, just one in the whole year. And then she pleads her father that at least one day she can make happy for him. The ironmaster mumbled something in his beard. Mumbled means muttered. He said something very slowly. He could not bring himself to oppose her, and then he saw that he cannot oppose his daughter. He agreed. It was all a mistake, of course, she continued. But anyway, I don't think we ought to chase away a human being whom we have asked to come here and into whom we have promised Christmas cheer. And he says, okay, it all started with the doubt. And then she says, we cannot chase away, we cannot send away a person whom we have asked, they have asked to come and have a good Christmas with them. You do preach worse than a priest, said the ironmaster. I wholly hope you won't have to regret this. And then that person says that she is a very good person. She is a very good priest. And such a good preaching she has done. उसने ऐसा उसको preach किया कि he cannot say no. And then she says only, he gives a warning that she has to see that she don't have to regret this. उसे बाद में पछताना ना पड़े. She don't have to feel sorry. The young girl took the stranger by the hand and led him up to the table. Now sit down and eat, she said, for she could see that her father had given in. She has seen that her father has agreed. The man with the rat trap said not a word. He only sat down and helped himself to the food. Time after time, he looked at the young girl who had interceded for him, who had intervened for him, who had helped him. Why had she done it? What could the crazy idea be?